Hi there. I'd like this to be a little reminder just to keep moving, that we don't necessarily need gyms and aggressive hour-long exercises to get the heart rate up, to get the body moving. And this is just as beneficial as, if not more so, than really beasting the body. Add movement into your life wherever you can. So you don't need yoga clothes, you don't need workout kit, you don't need a mat. Whatever you're doing, can you stop for a moment and come and stand with your feet a generous hip width apart and double check that both feet are pointing directly forward. Now I'm going to ask you just to bring your hands onto your body for a moment, just kind of connect in a little bit, and then start to sway gently from foot to foot. Start to lengthen your breath and allow the movement to be quite soft, quite kind of flowing. One heel might lift up and the other might lift up as you just get into your breath, lengthening, steadying. Okay, start to allow this movement to become a little bit more snake-shaped, a little bit more fluid. The hips, the rib cage, the sides of the neck moving away from one another. As one heel and then the other peels up off the ground. Now, release your hands down by your side, bring your feet back to flat. Bring your awareness onto your shoulders, and can you do little figures of 8 with your shoulders? It might make you scrunch up your face as you think about it. Soften your neck, keep your breath long, now change direction. Oiling out the joints, moving the body, really simple. Okay, come back to the center, stand up a little bit taller, but still with a bit of softness in your knees, hands onto your hips. Now can you do little figures of 8 with your hips? And it's also to connect your brain and your body together, so it's really good for the brain to learn new sequences and patterns, change direction. There's no rush. Okay, plant both feet flat on the floor. Now we're going to circle the knees in order to oil them out. Loosen them out. Okay, run those circles, keep going in the same direction and run those circles up to your hips. Big, juicy, hippie circles. Now run this movement, keeping in the same direction up towards your rib cage and your middle back, your thoracic spine. And you're sort of arching forward and then doming back. Keeping the breath going, keeping a bit of lightness about it. You know, it's meant to be fun. Change direction with your rib cage. And we'll roll our way back down through the body. Roll the movement down to your hips. And all those surrounding muscles, glutes, hip flexors, psoas muscle opening up. Run the movement down to the knees and you'll feel your ankles and your feet join in. Everything is connected. Okay, come and stand up nice and tall. Drop your chin down towards your chest, stretching out the back of the neck. Allow breath in, a breath out. Roll one ear over to one shoulder. Keep your teeth apart. And just stretch through that opposite side of the neck and then change sides. We'll do one more on each side there. Good, just releasing. Okay, from there, inhale, reach both arms all the way up above you. You can lift your gaze if that feels okay on your neck, and then exhale, pull your elbows back behind you. Inhale to lift up, really press down into your feet. Exhale, elbows back, belly in. Good, and that elbows pulling back are going to open up the front of your shoulders, the pec muscles. One more. Okay, lift both arms up, bend your knees a little bit, and we're going to roll both arms all the way over one side, and then all the way over the other side. Probably on an exhale, you come over, and inhale, you lift up. So you might want to slow it down a little bit. Can you allow gravity to drop you down? So gravity kind of weighs your body down and then you pull up against gravity and you'll get more release through the side of the body. You might feel that. If you don't worry. And it's not about how far you go. It's just about moving your body in a way that suits you. Keep the navel pulled in. Pelvic floor gathered up. This time I'm going to ask you to shuffle your feet a little bit wider and start to come into some big circles. Now go slow. Don't want any tweaks, any sudden movements. You could come up onto your tiptoes. You could reach your fingertips. as though you were moving through water. Change direction. Drawing big circles. Can you immerse yourself in the moment, in the movement? Okay, come all the way back up to standing. Sweep both hands out behind you and really extend your fingertips. So the shoulders roll back, the chest puffs open, and you've got your legs a little bit wider apart than hip width. I'll mirror you now. So swivel your feet to the right, flex your right foot, pull your toes in, and as you exhale, fold down over that right leg. Plant your foot back on the floor. Inhale, take your time, come all the way back up, arms up in the air. Change sides, over to the left foot flexes. Sweep your arms all the way back behind you, full breath in. Full breath out. Plant the foot flat to the floor. Inhale, lift all the way back up. We'll do one more of those on each side. Exhale. Dig your heel down to the ground, get a little micro bend in that knee, and then lean into the intensity without allowing pain. Pain is not good. Challenge is great. Okay, come all the way up to standing. This time you've got your arms outstretched wide. Imagine someone pulls you in one direction and then they pull you in the other direction. You'll feel your spine moving from side to side. Knit the belly in, bend the knees a little bit so you've got some softness. And can you allow this movement to turn into a kind of jellyfish roll from side to side? Rippling from the sacrum, from the tailbone, all the way up the spine to the shoulders, to the sides of the neck. Okay, reach both arms up, interlace your hands together, turn your palms away from you, and I'm going to ask you to do some circles here. So you're circling your arms, good bend in the knees. Releasing the upper body. Take your time, no rush. Keep that breath nice and long. Pull the fingertips apart. Okay, and then drop both hands down so the interlaced hands are now at the base of the skull. We're going to point the elbows up on a breath in. Try not to let them splay out to the side. You point them up, breath in. And as you exhale, you just round a little bit. Press the hands into the back of the head. Inhale to lift up. Exhale. Rounding. And it's just long breaths. Don't get too caught up on perfect breath or even perfect moves. There's no such thing. Last one. Okay, now if you've got a hair tie in and you don't mind taking it out, take your hair tie out. I'm just going to finish with a tiny bit of self-massage. So bring your fingertips into your scalp and massage. Close your eyes. Breathe as long and slow as you can. Massage to release. Move your head around. And release any tightness on the connective tissue across the scalp. Get in behind the ears. Get into that occipital ridge at the back.